How's it going, everyone? So today's video, I just want to update you guys on what's going on, the current situation, and when we're going to finally get this truck to the track. So some stuff just showed up that's in preparation for the track. Nothing too crazy, but just some essential things. Like I was mentioning in the last video, I'm kind of getting the truck and myself ready to go to the track so that we can kind of just do our thing, hopefully set some good times, and see what this thing's really capable of. So with that being said, I do want to let you guys know that the track event, unfortunately for this weekend, December the 1st, got postponed. There's supposed to be some rain in the area, so it's a huge event. It's called Truck Wars. You guys can check it out, or maybe I'll link it up or either above or in the description below, maybe both, but check it out. That's the one that we're going to try to go to. It got postponed to, I believe, December 15th. So that weekend, which is in 2 weeks. But it might actually be kind of a blessing in disguise because the truck hasn't really been through too much testing with tires and PSI in the tires, or how much to warm them up, or how to launch it, or all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking it might actually be not a bad thing, and maybe either this weekend or during the week, one of these weeknights, I can maybe get out to, I know there's some 8th mile stuff at least, so I can hopefully try to launch it, see how it'll launch with those Hoosier tires. They're gonna get mounted hopefully tomorrow, so I'll update you guys what those look like, mounted on the stock 17-inch wheels. But I have this box here with some stuff, so let me go ahead, open it up, and show you guys. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to get to the track here, even if it's just a test. I also have some tuning that I want to do with Jay Green to get the truck a little more dialed in. Not that it's not now, but we still have a little bit on the table, so if I can squeeze that out of it in the meantime, it'd be even better. So I took advantage of a Cyber Monday deal, got some stuff from Summit, and I think it's kind of cool. You guys can let me know what you guys think in the description below. But ended up getting a race equip helmet. I was mentioning to you guys before that I do have a motorcycle helmet, but some of these track officials get a little bit sticky on the Snell rating. So if it's a motorcycle safety approval, some of these guys won't let you through and they'll make you rent a helmet. And renting a helmet's actually pretty ridiculously expensive. They end up charging you like a deposit and a rental fee, and ends up being like almost as much as a cheap helmet. So got these one, got race equip, and I ended up going with a white helmet, because I've had black helmets and I've just cooked my bean in them before at the track. So this one's pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, this is legit. So this is it. It's got this cool little chin here. It's got the banner across the top. I like this thing. This is gonna be awesome. So I got this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna put some cool stickers on it and stuff. Also have some cool stuff to announce to you guys that have kind of just been waiting until things get kind of sorted out. But yeah, so this has a Snell rating, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is the one that a lot of track officials are going to be after. Can you guys see that? That orange sticker in there, the one that says SA 2015. Yeah, so that sticker is the one that you guys are going to need. So that's the Snell approval, and SA, I think, I don't know what the acronym stands for, but I know it's for automotive. But at least we got an official helmet that we don't have to worry about. I can go do a bunch of track days, and that is pretty cool. I didn't even realize this, but I'm 99% sure that it actually has mounts for a camera, or maybe it's a Hans device, but I'm gonna use it for a camera probably, because I could probably mount a GoPro off the side, and they have one on the opposite side too. So might be for like one of those Hans device things, but either way, it looks like you could probably throw a camera on there, which would be pretty cool. So anyways, that's one of the things that we got. Like I said, nothing too crazy, but kind of essential. Another essential thing, a good actual tire pressure gauge. So this one is very accurate, had a lot of good reviews on Summit, but it'll allow us to get those Hoosiers dialed in with good PSI, good pressure, and make sure they're in check. So anyways, that's gonna pretty much do it for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Should I try to get some 8th mile runs in? Do you guys want me to show you some of the tuning stuff with that, as far as data logging and sending back and forth to Jay Green those files? I can show you guys that. We'll try to get stuff dialed in a little bit. There's some other stuff that I'm kind of working on. We have some kind of false knock happening right now. And what I mean by that, false knock, phantom knock, it's called a few different things, but we suspect something is rattling in the engine bay and it's producing a voltage on the knock sensor. So for those of you guys that don't know, knock sensors, essentially what they're measuring is any sort of knock or vibrations or frequencies on the motor. So what they're there for is detonation or pinging to pick up inside the motor. So it tries to pick up those slapping of the pistons or anything like that inside the motor, and it'll actually pull timing out of the motor. So it does that whether your truck's factory or whether it's performance. It still has a knock sensor and it still uses the voltage. When it picks up a voltage from knock sensor, it'll actually pull timing out of the motor or out of the tune. So when you start doing tuning and start pushing the envelope, you're really looking at that knock sensor to see if it is detonating, if you're getting any knock. So you kind of have a gauge of whether you can put more timing into the engine to get more power. So you put more timing, advance the timing a little bit. With more fuel, you'll get more power to the engine, but you keep creeping towards that fine line of detonation and that extreme edge. So we suspect it might either be the dipstick tube, because when I put the shorty headers on there wasn't really a spot to mount the dipstick tube, because originally, if you guys have been stuck your head in there, the dipstick tube mounts to a post, which is the factory cast manifolds stud, and it sits on top there, on top of the heat shield. Well, when you put aftermarket headers on there with bolts, you lose that post. So I just kind of stuck the dipstick tube there. There's one bolt that mounts to the block, and then the other one I just kind of zip tied it and tied it up. So it could be that. Another thing that Jay and I were discussing is it might actually be the stage 8 fasteners. So just to explain those, stage 8 fasteners are a bolt, and it has a locking tab, kind of like a little triangle on it, with a C-clip that goes over top to hold it. So what happens is you put the bolt all the way in, you tighten it, and then you put that triangle tab over it, you clock it so that the bolt can't loosen itself. So it's actually pretty ingenious. So you put those on so that you don't have to worry about your header bolts backing off on you, but at the same time they have these tabs that can either vibrate off one of the runners of the manifold, and they also have these C-clips which aren't the tightest, so those bouncing around or maybe hitting on a runner could produce some of this false knock that we're talking about. So it's just another factor. But the thing is it's hard to distinguish when you're looking at the knock sensor what's a vibration or what's actually detonation inside the motor, because the knock sensor doesn't really discriminate between the two. It just picks up some sort of voltage from a noise on the engine, in the engine, and it relates that in a voltage. And right now we're sensing some up top, but at the same time there's no reason for it because we really aren't throwing much timing at it. So we're 99% sure that it's probably false knock, but at the same time, if we start creeping up or start throwing some timing in there and it is actual true knock, then bang, boom, there goes the motor. Anyways, I'll keep you guys posted on that, what we end up finding to be the issue. One of the things that we thought might have been it was the charge piping rubbing or rattling on the actual frame or one another, but you guys saw in a previous video that I put that silicone coupling around it to isolate it. So I don't think it's that at this point. It might be something else, like one of those other things, the dipstick tube or the stage 8 fasteners holding the shorty manifolds to the head. But I'll keep you guys posted as things come up. I should have those tires mounted tomorrow, and I'll post those up and what they look like, and we'll go from there. And I'm gonna try to line up some sort of track day this weekend. I know there's some car shows, but I'd rather see if we can dial this thing in a little bit because it'd be kind of fun. Either that or we might have to do just some street tuning a little bit. But either way, I will keep you updated. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I promise to keep you guys updated. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.